Happy Monday, September 7th, 2020, about 7:30 a.m. Eastern here in Harrisburg, and I'm by the river. It's beautiful. If it was salt water, it would remind me of being home. And look who's still up there. Hello, Luna. Where is Soul? Anyways, I gotta tell you what a difference this place is from where I'm from, which is the northeast of Pennsylvania. But the energy here is just so much better. It truly is. Hang on just a second. I have to zip up my backpack here. Okay. Got my coffee. And I thought, well, I'll come out and there's a little trail and the water with my notebooks and get to work. So I'm gonna take the day today. There aren't any buses going in the direction I need to go, if even till this afternoon. So I'm not in a rush today. If I end up staying again today, then good for me. I'll just get my thoughts in order as far as my next best step that I can take. I do, here's what I know I'm doing. I know for a fact that I am filing a lawsuit. Parameters, legalities, honestly, if it was a true justice of the peace, I would be victorious in this court, in these court proceedings. But that's not the world that we live in, or not the world that I live in. It's a judge in a courtroom who hammers down a gavel and passes a judgment. So it is what it is. I mean, and I have not had the best experiences with authority figures, whether that's law enforcement or judges. It just seems as though I'll speak these simple truths, and like the other night I was out literally on a park bench just like this in Lehighton where my house was, and I'm sitting there with my bags, and an officer came up to me and, oh, well, don't worry, I'm not going to arrest you, and blah, blah. I'm thinking, for what? Do you have a charge? And then I got really loud, and hours and hours sitting on a bench, and another officer came up, and he says, well, would you like me to take you to the motel? I said, no, I have a very, very small, limited amount of money, and I'm not going to spend an astronomical amount for one night in a motel room, and then, I can't get on the bus or whatever. He asked me 3 times. 3 times. So the last time he asked, I literally said to him, are you going to pay for the room? No. And I said, well, no, thank you. It's like literal clones or bots. Like they are a program, and it's like, have a nice day, thank you for shopping. Have a nice day, thank you for shopping. Have a nice day, thank you for shopping. And then they don't understand the simplest, profound truths. And I said to both of the officers, and yelled it to everyone that was passing by. There's a park across the street. The post office was right there. The borough building is right there. No one. No one. And I was loud. Loud. No one. And then around midnight, no one. A couple people in the park stopped, paused, and looked in my direction. One guy came up to me, and he looked like he had been drinking or something. I knew something was off with him, and he came up and he said, "You should keep your voice down." And I said, "No, I'm being loud on purpose." I said, I was talking about how, my family's been split apart, and my kids and I suffer, and it's because of social issues and financial issues, environmental issues. It's not mental issues on my part, and it's not mental issues on my kids. We're separated, and even though they can act a little bit tougher, I know when they're hurting because I'm their mom. And I'm dumbfounded and flabbergasted at how it is possible in the year 2020, 2020, in the Corporation of America, no, seriously, the United States of America in 2020, and really, this is acceptable that full-term abortions are legal, cigarettes are still sold legally, our skies are being sprayed with chemicals, PM 2.5. Anyone at all in this country is homeless because of the disgusting affluence, wealth, and excess. It just seems so simple on how to remedy these things, but everything's so out of balance. You have sports players in a ring beating each other to a bloody pulp for millions of dollars, or biting someone's ear off. Yet there's children, 5, let's just hypothetical, 5 years old and younger, who are dying of disease on a daily basis. And someone is paid millions of dollars to kick a ball, throw a ball, or punch somebody. And then you've got pharmaceutical companies. Well, when I was 15 or 16, I was put on my first antidepressant. And I have been on an antipsychotic, anti-anxiety, antidepressant medication for all these years. I am living proof that they don't work. And as a matter of fact, they make it worse. That's when I had seizures in 2018, was when I was on their little concoction. And the Morgellons, right? Which half of the medical community wants to deny and say it's a delusional disorder that mental health people have who suffer from depression. Well, that's just simply not true. I mean, I lived this for a year, and I see these nanobot, whatever, it's like almost like a cap is being put on your head of these lines of shiny mannequin hair. That's the only way I can describe it. Because, as you guys know, 5 doctors and nothing. And I've dealt with this for a year. Not one answer, not one lab result, nothing. So am I really insane here? And I can't believe that people are just out shopping and having dinner and on Facebook, and every minute that goes by, another child is being trafficked and or sacrificed and or harvested for adrenochrome and or raped and or murdered or tortured. And I hear the crickets. I'm like, I, I I was not belligerent the other night, but I drew attention. People drove past and parked, and then people were recording me on their cell phones and acting like they were taking a selfie, and I was behind them, and I could see them holding the camera to, like, I'm like, what's going on? Okay. I just thought maybe it'd be like a local news, like, crazy woman goes nuts on corner.